Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Ted Turner. Success leaves clues, kids. I just named 5 of the greatest names in business in the last 150 years. And they all have one thing in common. They're ball busters. They're hard as nails. Where does that leave you? I still work 50, 60 hours a week. And I haven't had to work in 35 years. You're not willing to do anything. You're not willing to sacrifice anything to be a high-performance person.
I don't want to be like Dad.
No, most people don't.
I want to be liked.
Yeah, well, see, you want to fit in. I'm the only speaker that you're ever going to hear that really, with all his heart, doesn't give a shit. If I leave here you liking me, I did something wrong. Most of you in this room still suffer from the cunt syndrome. But down deep inside, irrespective of what you say, your DNA wants to be liked. And you would rather do a deal where they liked you as opposed to not like you. Now, I'm not sure I've ever done a deal with anybody fucking liked me. I was thinking about that this morning when I was brushing my teeth. No, they didn't like me. No, they didn't. Now, that may be somewhat of a stretch, but I certainly didn't go out of my way to be fucking liked. I certainly never went out of my way to fit in. I deleted that motherfucker as soon as I saw it. Boom! Delete. Now, why would you send me that shit? And when we talk about success leaves clues, everybody we talk about, all the icons, are pretty much assholes. He's an asshole. And yet in this room, we don't even have one asshole, except me. It's a blood vendetta. I'm sure that there's, and some of the kids are from those parts of the world where they do voodoo dolls and shit like that. I'm sure. You know, when I wake up in the morning, God damn, my back hurts this morning. You know, I'm sure it's because some old lady stuck a voodoo pin in my back. I know some of you pretend to be assholes from time to time, but you're pretty decent people. I'm not saying you can't still be decent, but you gotta tighten up. Well, I won't say I get these every day, but I give them every fucking week. You can't see the cheers on this, and I cut some of his personal shit out because none of your fucking business that. But I mean, this is just a portion of the tears. He got fucked. He has nothing now. They took your little veterinarian and they pissed in your face. I get so fucking pissed off, as you can tell by my voice, how this continues to happen to you kids. And it happens to smart ones, not just the fucking dumb ones. We have kids, the only asset they have is a 15-speed bicycle. For those of you that have done any research at all, on my website, we have teenage multimillionaires flying around in their own jet planes. And he's the one that had the 15-speed bicycle. That's why I use it a lot. He's not a teenager anymore. He's 21. If he were standing right here, Josh Kim. He's half Korean, half Caucasian. But the one thing that they all have in common is they're hungry. Hungry for a better life. Hungry for change. Self-esteem is the key to high performance. It's not work if you love what you're doing. But does that look like your group? No. If you left it to engineers, no car would ever come off the assembly line. Focus on the few, not the many. And most of you don't believe passionately in what you're doing. What gets measured gets accomplished. You just gotta do it. But I'm high on life. I always have been. I look at the results. It's like I tell my own kids, love is great, but I don't need it from you two, you three. I mean, 25 years from now, respect will do. I don't need your love. And most kids or their parents are living vicariously through their kids. So I look at the audience and I look at 400 or 500 people. If this is what the world's come to, if your parents, God fucking forbid, Allah fucking forbid, are living their lives vicariously through you sorry fucking vaginas, what the fuck has the world come to? And I believe that. And the kids go like this. Great question. Do you want your kids to be like you? Not one person raises their hand. What does that say?
They're not doing their job.
Correct. Father said, if you've got something in your mind, it should come out of your lips. If you've got something in your mind, it should come out your mouth, Dan. And God knows, I took it to heart, and I've lived that way all my life. 98% of all the people on the planet that are high performance are introverts. Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates have something in common. They're introverts just like you.
What means? Maybe we have to explain this more.
Okay? Introverts meaning that you don't say what you really feel. Introverts is you don't act as if you really wanted to show the person that you don't disagree with them. Introverts are when your parents were telling you shit when you were growing up, you just put your head down and kept your mouth shut. And that's why you're introverted now as adults. As you can plainly see, I wasn't raised that way. I asked the question a couple of days ago. How many of you can raise your hand with, how many of you have kids? Too bad, but anyway, you have kids, okay? Don't raise your hand now. How many of you would like to have your kids grow up just like your parents? You know the answer, don't you? Close to zero. Because they were role models. Now, I'm not going to ask the second question. How many of you would like your kids to grow up and be like you? But the point is that I had self-esteem. I didn't know till I got grown up and was an adult that everybody didn't have self-esteem. I didn't understand that. I didn't realize that everybody didn't have self-confidence. I didn't realize that everybody didn't have self-worth. Because the kids that I hung with all were like I was. Because their parents were like, gave them a good role model. Most of the people that come to people like Michael or any of the gurus out there, and I call them a guru, come to them because you were lacking something in your childhood. In my particular case, a lot of people come to me because I'm the alpha male father they never had. Don't you understand? Don't you get it? You think Elon Musk wants to fit in? We know the answer is no, right? You want to fit in because you had poor role models at home. Most everybody in this room is a pleaser. But being a high-performance person is a full-time job. Michael's known me over 20 years. I'm like this when I wake up in the morning to brush my teeth. I'm like this when I brush my teeth before I go to sleep. I'm like this 24/7, 365, and I've been like this for the better part of 50 years. I'm always like this. I'm always pushing the edge of the envelope. And that's why, I'm an overnight success. I've been doing this, I've been coaching 25 and a half years, but all of a sudden I'm popular as hell, but I've been doing this for 50 years. I have the same habits today as I had 50 years ago. The exact same habits. But they're just ingrained in me. They're ingrained in me. And for those of you that have never been around the high-performance people like I just alluded to, the Warren Buffetts, Elon Musk, God rest his soul, Steve Jobs, who I happen to have known, they were like this 24/7, 365. It wasn't an act. I was doing some research for my talk, and I looked up Heineken. Gerard Heineken, who was the founder of Heineken beer in 1864, he talked his rich mother. Heineken's come from a wealthy family even before the beer. He talked his mother into buying a brewery in 1864, which they then turned into Heineken. Gerard was a hard, tough as nails. Now, I didn't know him, I'm not that old, but I did know Freddie Heineken, the old man, and he was hard ball buster. Now, I don't know his daughter, the current CEO of Heineken, but I'm told she's a ball buster. I did know Steve Jobs. I do know Elon Musk. I do know Warren Buffett. I do know, and they're all ball busters. You saw this last night. This is you, the room, and this is you, YouTubers. Pay attention, YouTubers, you fucking cunts. And Merry Christmas. You stand around and watch all the opportunities go by. You sit there, you sit there, you sit there. I'm surprised that the fucking wildebeest didn't step on the poor bitch. They sit there, oh, I'm getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Rick's getting ready. Oh, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Oh, fuck, no, I'm tired now. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. And here comes. And there comes somebody like me, just jumps on the fucker and eats it. Maybe the next one, Ray. Who in this room is that male lion? And the truth of the matter is the female lion does all the fucking hunting, not the male. So the male got tired of waiting. He must have been really hungry. Come on, you bitch. How come you're not doing anything? So he finally jumped on some poor fucker. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. The 5 things that I would do aren't really 5. It's only just 1. Okay? And I wish to hell that I had known this so many years ago. But just fucking do it. I mean, it's like I said, I think on the London Real podcast, which I thank Brian Rose for the opportunity because he opened up my eyes to podcasts, and I'll talk a little bit about my experience with my reality show in a few minutes. But best advice I ever got from Mr. Grazos, do it. He didn't say just fucking do it. He didn't swear. And the best advice I've ever given anybody is just fucking do it. We take too much time procrastinating. And because we're afraid of failure, and fear is false expectations appearing real. We're worried about what other people think. We're trying to fit in. And I can go through a whole litany of bullshit. It's not bullshit because it's not true. Litany of stuff why you are where you are because you just didn't do it. You didn't want to make a mistake. You got a mortgage. You got 2 ex-wives. You got a 15-year-old daughter who's pregnant. Your dad's got Alzheimer's. Your mother's got emphysema, spitting up blood. I can go on and on and on and on. But the bottom fucking line is, if you had 15 years ago, you had just done it. 10 years ago, you had just fucking done it. 5 years ago, if you had just fucking done it. 6 fucking months ago, if you just fucking done it, you probably wouldn't be in the position you're in now. So I'm saying no matter what your age is, it's still time to just fucking go out and do it.